Hello, it's Deborah Poneman, founder of Yes to Success Seminars and Ageless, anti-aging for your brain, your body, and your future. And since your feedback indicated that you really love those blogs I did on health, like why you need to drink enough water and why you need to eliminate white sugar, I thought I would give you 3 or 4 more tips to not only turn back the hands of time, but allow you to perform optimally, have radiant health now and into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, and to share with your children what you learned so that they can get a head start on keeping their brains and their bodies healthy. So first of all, I want to reiterate what I already shared, that if you only do one thing in the area of diet for better health and longevity, I recommend to stop eating white refined sugar, as it is one of the worst offenders, if not the worst offender, when it comes to brain inflammation. And inflammation is the main cause of your brain atrophying or aging too fast. But even when you're young, it is the cause of brain fog and not being able to be clear and alert when you're taking tests, when you're performing at work. White refined sugar and foods that act the same in your system, like refined carbs, like white bread and white pasta, they cause inflammation. And inflammation slows down the communication between neurons. And that is what causes you to feel that foggy, dull, and forgetful kind of a way. Like, why did I walk into this room? Furthermore, brain inflammation is serious because eventually it causes the neurons in the brain to die off. So it plays a significant role in dementia and Alzheimer's, as well as many other degenerative diseases in the body, like cardiovascular disease and diabetes and osteoporosis and arthritis. They're all inflammatory, even some cancers. So start using sugar substitutes like stevia or organic monk fruit or organic coconut palm sugar or date sugar. But please do not use things like Splenda or NutraSweet, which are just as bad, if not worse, actually, in causing brain inflammation and body inflammation. And if you want more information about sugar and these artificial sweeteners, just go back and listen to vlog number 116 that I did in December. It's titled, What is Sugar Really Doing to Your Brain? Moving on, in the realm of exercise, there is now compelling research that has concluded that there are 2 exercise methods that can slow down the aging process better than others by preventing cellular degeneration. And you might be surprised to hear what they are. One is endurance training, anything that gets the heart pumping, like running or biking or rowing, if you happen to be out for a row, or aerobics. And the other is high intensity interval training, or commonly known as HIIT, HIIT, which is, as you might have guessed, very high intensity bursts of cardio exercise followed by equal or longer periods of rest. So for example, you can run or jog or sprint for like 30 seconds or a minute, and then you follow that by a minute or 2 of walking or slow jogging. Okay, so that's high intensity interval training. In a study published in the European Heart Journal, researchers examined the effects of different types of exercise over a 6-month period on like about 120 something participants. And the participants were told to perform one of several exercise modalities. And at the end of the 6 months, researchers found that HIIT actually increased telomere length, telomere activity, more than any other modality. If you don't know what telomeres are, they're actually these nucleotide sequences that are found at the end of our chromosomes. And when they shorten, aging occurs. But HIIT and endurance training were the only modalities found to substantially increase telomere length, thus producing an anti-aging effect. And new research actually shows that yoga also increases telomere length. And of course, it has that benefit of stretching your muscles but the only type of yoga that increased telomere length was the type of yoga that gets your heart pumping. Okay, on to sleep. We all know we need enough sleep, but what most people don't know is that when you sleep is equally or more important than how many hours you sleep. Did you know that? I mean, okay, so what do I mean? In our sleep, we produce human growth hormone, the anti-aging hormone referred to as HGH, human growth hormone. HGH is involved in brain function, mood, aerobic endurance, immunity. It also increases your skin's elasticity. It stimulates fat burning if you want to lose weight. It increases muscle mass and bone density, which is very, very important, especially in older people, especially in older women. The good news is that we can increase our production of HGH by a factor of fivefold, depending on our sleep habits. Okay, so if I asked you, is it better to get 7 hours of sleep between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. or 9 hours between midnight and 9? A lot of people would say, well, obviously 9 hours, but the answer is 7. 7 hours between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. turns back the hands of time because our bodies are tuned to our circadian rhythms. You know, the rhythms of the sun going down and the sun coming up. So we're still in tune with that sun going down, like before there were electric lights. HGH production begins when the sun goes down. And then it really kicks in around 10 o'clock and it peaks at midnight. And then it begins to decline and very little human growth hormone is produced after 2 o'clock. So if you go to sleep at midnight, or some people go to sleep at 1 or 2, you will completely miss peak HGH production, human growth hormone. And finally, what do you think science is saying is one of the most insidious causes of aging of the skin and damage to the eyes? Any guesses? Well, I'll tell you. It is the blue light that emits from your computer screen. This, of course, is in addition to the electromagnetic frequencies, which are all around us, but that's a topic for another day. But that light that comes off the screen of your device, your computer, your iPad, your phone, it's called blue light, and it's known to have long-term negative health effects. Even the health letter of the Harvard Medical School said in July of 2020, and it's a very short quote, they said, blue light can affect your sleep and potentially cause diseases, including cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. And studies also say that continued exposure to blue light over time could lead to damaged retinal cells and eventually to vision problems like age-related macular degeneration and even blindness. And blue light exposure is of particular concern for children, especially really little ones, because their developing eyes absorb more blue light than adults, putting them at greater risk for long-term damage to their eyes. In fact, some researchers say that macular degeneration and even blindness are going to be the biggest health crises when our kids and grandkids, who now spend hours a day exposing their eyes to blue light, become adults. Some of the other potential diseases associated with blue light are headaches, suppression of our body's melatonin, which is why you want to turn off your computer well before you go to sleep. And also, according to the Harvard Health Letter, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Wearing blue light blocking glasses, ta-da, is one way to protect your eyes from blue light. But for your children who probably are not going to want to wear glasses, you want to put a blue light blocking screen on your computer. I do both. for those of us who are fanatic about our eyes, like I am, I have a blue light blocking screen on my computer, and I also wear my blue light blocking glasses, except when I do these because the my light reflects in the glasses and then I can't see. Anyway, for those of us who are wanting to have a healthy, radiant complexion for years to come, you should also know that blue light has been shown to significantly age the skin. In fact, dermatologist Dr. Stephanie Williams was quoted in an article in Bazaar magazine. She said, actually, I have the quote over here. I want to quote it exactly. She said, "We are now seeing increasing data on the potential long-term harms of blue light on our skin. Our digital devices are swiftly being labeled the silent agers of our generation." And then there's another quote from Dr. Murad, who is the dermatologist. He has his own skincare line. And he said in the same article, spending 4 8-hour workdays in front of a computer exposes you to the same amount of energy, like skin destroying energy, as 20 minutes in the strong midday sun. I mean, no one in their right mind, that's the end of the quote, no one in their right mind would lay in the midday sun without a ton of sunscreen. Even then, probably most people wouldn't. Yet many of us easily spend 4 8-hour days a week in front of our computer. You see what's happening? So believe it or not, if you're not going to get a screen protector, you're going to want to put on sunscreen with at least an SPF of 40 while you're in front of your computer for long stretches of time. But if you want to protect both your eyes and your skin, you want to put blue light blocker screens and on your computer, and just as importantly, blue light blocking glasses. And more importantly, you want to put blue light blockers on your kids' computers and your grandkids' computers and any other kids that you love. When I found out several years ago, not only did I put a screen on my own computer and buy blue blocker glasses, again, because I'm an overachiever, but also I bought blue light blocking screen for my biological kids, for their, respective boyfriend, girlfriend, for my bonus kids, and for all 17 of my godchildren. They all got blue light blocker screens for the holidays. I mean, they didn't open it up and go, "Oh, wow, this is just what I wanted Santa Claus to bring me." But sorry, I'm not playing around with their eyes. Actually, I think I'll put a link below the video to the company that I think has the best products, because they are medically rated by the FDA and the MHRA, which is the equivalent regulatory body in the UK. Anyway, so that's it. Diet, sleep, exercise, protect your eyes and skin. And you know what else? See yourself healthy and radiant. And when other people are talking about their aches and pains and cataracts and their knees going, and you can say, "Thanks for sharing, but I believe there are things we can do to slow down the aging process. And I don't believe that mental and physical decline is what we should be talking about." And then you can just wish them well and walk away. No need to put those images in your mind for, one of my favorite quotes, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he or she." So have a great week and do some of these things and let me know what happens in the comments below. And as always, I send you my love.